communities are beautiful, powerful, and we deserve respect. Today, you will hear from some of the people doing the work that live in these communities every day, supporting each other, neighbors helping neighbors. I can promise you, if you take 5 people and walk them down the street, 5 of them will not be safe and don't feel unsafe.
Hi, guys.
It's unfair for you to tell us that DC is unsafe. So right now, I'm going to bring Sion out, which is one of my community partners with Black Swan, which is a youth organization. The Black Swan Academy, they here day and night, serving our youth, serving our marginalized youth. And you will hear the work that they're doing, the youth that you don't see on TV, the youth that you don't see on TV. I'll say.
Okay. As y'all know, I'm Sion with the Black Swan Academy. For our purpose and power, these are our founding principles. We have pride of being Black DC residents in the resilience of community that overcomes structural barriers due to prioritize profit and potentially white supremacy. These are our purpose of providing our community by teaching and learning from one another and being service to our neighbors. And we exercise our power by fighting against white supremacist practices and policies that want to make
I have a Trump sweatshirt on, so. Look, if I hear white supremacy one more fucking time, I'm gonna throw up. Excuse my language, but you know what? I'm really gonna throw up. And you know, I swear, if I've been on social media lately with the mood I've been in and everything I'm going through, that's why I've been staying off, guys. You know, be mad at everybody's out here screaming and hooting and hollering because, you know, this stuff is going on. And, you know, all of this corruption is being exposed. And the sad thing is what they've done is they've thrown in all of this bullshit with the good shit, you know? That's what they've done. They've used any organization that wants to do good and thrown in all of the crap, all of the money laundering, you know, and rather than being angry at the people who've done this, they're angry at the people who are showing. And to be honest with you, I don't care if it's the Cookie Monster who shows it. I really don't. Okay? I really don't. And neither should they. But, I mean, everybody's entitled to their stuff. And, you know, it's like, I honestly, I see stuff. I'm on social media keeping up with everything. And I see, you know, I go on TikTok and see everybody. And depending on where they get their information, they're so misinformed. And it's like you want to try to talk to them and explain to them a lot of stuff. They don't want to hear it. You're a maggot in their eyes. You are a bigot. You're transphobic. You're homophobic, even if you aren't. So they won't even speak to you. They'll just lash out at you and not even do it. But all of this stuff needs to come out. You know, and it's sad that, you know, some places aren't going to get their stuff right now. But it is what it is. So let's take a look here. So look at that, down to the nitty gritty, aren't they? You see that? trying to show you between this fence. Yeah. It's a lot of work, isn't it? Let's go over here real quick. There is so much going on right now. It's crazy. It's like they've pulled the plug, and I'm gonna see over here. And things are getting quite messy. And you got to be strong right now. I've been telling myself that because honestly, like mentally and emotionally, it hit me about a week ago that we're coming up on 5 years. Like I personally am coming up on 5 years. 5 years. And I guess I've been a little frustrated because it's like, I've been coming here for so long and I've seen so much. I've got everything on video and I don't have any answers and I haven't seen any, and I'm just being honest with my feelings. I haven't seen any real, takedowns of anybody, and it's like, I've been so frustrated, and emotionally and mentally it's draining. It can be. So, I've had to tell myself, just be strong, girlfriend, hang in there. It's coming. Damn this fence. Let's see. Oh, the sun, and let's see, guys. I'm trying to show you that straight ahead down there is a fine-looking young man at that door. And there has, every time I come, and I don't even know if you can see him because of the darn fence and I can't really see on my phone, but every time I have come, except the first day where they were at over at the National Cathedral, there has been a fine-looking young man at the store, and there was rarely one over the past 4 years. I mean, it was like we rarely saw one. So it's a beautiful thing to see. Let me see if I can give you a better shot over here. Probably not. No, probably not, guys, with everything up there. So let me just fill you in, the city looks the same to me. I don't notice any difference, other than, the few protest groups, other than what we've seen with the, Democrats doing their ranting and, trying to manipulate emotionally this constitutional crisis thing that, yeah, okay. But I don't notice anything at all different in the city yet. I don't notice any, anything. It's still the same. Let me think. The Capitol is very quiet today. There are no buses there. There's no buses there. The only thing that they're doing over there today is, taking the inaugural stadium down. And it's really not worth doing a live over. I did just post the video of the IRS, and it's quiet over there. And I think what I want to really stress is that, everybody's got their own beliefs about what's going on right now. I personally believe from being here that all of this stuff has happened already, and that is exactly why they kept everybody at home. You can't have people. I mean, how can you be doing these things with all these people in the buildings? And that is exactly why we saw all of the commotion that we did the first, year and a half that I was here. Fences up, fences down at the Capitol. What exactly were they doing at the Capitol is my question. Okay, every time those fences went up and down, what exactly were they doing in that Capitol? Were they handling people? Did they use the Capitol for different purposes? It's my belief that they did. And I just have to wait And I've been paying attention to everything that's coming out and trying to put it together with what I've seen. Now, let me tell you, as far as all this Treasury stuff goes that they've been talking about with this Treasury. Now, let me remind you, and it's been a long time. I get it. And that's what's really messing with my mind lately, is that it's been so long. But let me remind you, and a lot of you will remember this day. I had to park blocks over that way. Okay, so let's see here. Get rid of these people calling me. Go away. It was like freezing cold in the winter. Okay, it was freezing cold. I had to park blocks over there. They had all of this shut down. All of the roads shut down here. Police everywhere. I had to park blocks down 17th Street and walk up, and I had to walk up I Street, which is another street over, and I had to come up behind here, and I wound up coming up over here by the VA, in between the VA buildings over here, and I was like, what the hell is going on? I mean, they had blocks and police everywhere, everything shut down. And I asked the police officer they had police standing outside, everything. And I said, what the heck is going on here today where they have to have all of these blocks shut down? And he told me there was an investigation taking place here at the Treasury. Some of you will remember that, okay? Now, we've also seen tons of police at the VA here, okay, which is straight across the street here, when it didn't make any sense why they were there. Tons of security there when it didn't make any sense. We also saw over at the Department of Labor building, where they had the street there, 3rd Street, in between the courthouse and the Department of Labor building. They had all those big, round traffic barrels blocking the one side of the street on the side of the Department of Labor building. Okay, and they had Department of Protective Services, they had black SUVs, they had DC Metro. They were all parked out there. They were securing the building. They were all standing out in front of the building. That's what happens when they do stuff in the buildings, okay? So, did I get confirmation that day that there was an investigation taking place? No, I didn't. But with the city in COVID mode and all of the employees gone and everything else I had seen, that makes a lot of sense. Why else would you need to completely surround a building with security if there wasn't something going on inside of the building? And now, let me tell you, and it's been a couple of months since both Elon and Charlie Kirk put out something about the PPP fraud and how much PPP fraud there was. And let me tell you, it was an enormous amount. And we even saw something come out from Minnesota with the Somali people, and it was like, what was it, $250 million that they took in PPP money that was supposed to go to feed. That was a scam. It was supposed to go feed the children or something like that, and that was fraud. And there was an enormous amount of unemployment fraud as well. So, all of this stuff is going to need to come out. Now, there's a lady, and I wish I could remember her name, that I've seen a couple of times on TikTok, where she's talking about the PPP fraud, and she's telling you, all these movie stars that got the money, major millions of dollars, and bands, Congress people, they took out millions of dollars. One of the congressmen, and I can't remember his name, he owns 17 dealerships or some shit like that, and he took out millions and millions of dollars, and he's worth a fortune himself. So all of those things needed to be investigated, okay? And I know I'm all over the place because I've got so much in my brain, so much in this brain of mine. And so, when I saw yesterday on social media, they were reporting reported that Doge went into IRS. Okay. I thought to myself, okay, if that's the case, which like I said, I personally believe all of this is done, and this is just to show the public now the fraud. It's just disclosure. I thought, okay, well, if that's the case, they're not going to send these people into the IRS building without security. They're not going to do that. So I would think that we would see some passersby being like, oh, what's all this? Some little videos here and there. Nothing. Okay, so no, I'm not saying that's 100%, but that's just how I see things. Because, like I said, they're not going to, if you're about to blow the whistle on all of these major people, there's going to be danger involved, correct? So you're going to need security for these buildings when you send people in there to do these investigations. You're not going to just send them in there. So I didn't see anything, and I figured, well, let me come by here this morning. I'll go by there. I'll see if anything looks anything different than what I've seen. And I can't confirm anything from yesterday because I wasn't here. But the building just looks the same. So, just wanted to remind everybody about that and what we've seen. Because it can be confusing. And I know there's a lot of people that are on different pages with all of this stuff, and that's okay. And personally, I'm counting the minutes until the truth all comes out. So everybody is on the same page. And, I don't know when that's going to happen. Honestly, I don't know when that's going to happen. So, we'll just pay attention to all the shit that's going on. I'll keep paying attention. Things have changed. I've been here for so long. Jalen's grown up. I can't be here every day anymore. And I can't afford it, really. Honestly, all of my stuff has gone up so much that I'm starting to panic, to be honest with you. And, I'm hoping to be able to do a little on TikTok so I can at least make sure I can come here. I'm going to keep coming here as long as I can. To keep an eye on things here. I really don't think we're going to be seeing a whole lot. But it makes me personally feel better to keep an eye on everything. And I know it makes a lot of you feel better as well. So I'm just going to keep hanging on as long as I can. I have no idea when this is going to end. Personally, like I said last week, I'm looking forward to this March 4th thing. I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm hoping, I hope we get something out of that day. Something a little more concrete. I don't know. But I will definitely be here for that, to see what this city looks like, for all of that. So there's a flight out of here at 2. I don't think there's anything worth. I'm going to scoot around a little bit more. I want to go over to the Department of Education. I want to do just a quick little video because there's a lot of misinformation floating around about that, and that they're going to shut down the states and all that stuff, and that's not the case. So I thought I'd go over there and do just a quick little video and put some information on that. And I'll go through the city and check things out between now and the flight. And if there's anything worth coming on and doing a live for, I will. But otherwise, you'll just see me at the flight. Because there's nothing crazy around here either. I love seeing that Marine at the door, but there's nothing, I do know they're going to start back with tours. So I was looking, I am going to look into hopefully being able to get in to take a tour. So I'm going to look into that, find out when they're starting, and put my name in, see if I can get in. But I think that's really just about it. Let's see if these people have done their thing. I feel so bad, but, I can't help it, even though they hate me. I know they all hate me. I'm a maggot. But I feel so bad because it's like they're just pushing fear. Nothing but fear. It's like, you see the TikToks and the the people, all the people are just, it's like, fear, this is going to happen, and you guys better be ready for this to happen. And it's like, holy shit, if I was watching that all day long and if I didn't know what I know, I'd be panicking, which is what a lot of them are doing. And it's so sad. Because that's what the news and that's what these, Democratic quote unquote leaders are doing. They're pushing fear, propaganda, and fear. They can't lose their people, can they? Well, hang on as long as they can to them, can't they? Or won't they? So, okay, yeah, they're still here. All right, well, that's about it, guys. So if you don't see me, I'll see you at the flight, okay?